Carlos, love to hear a little bit about, okay, we're recruiting, we're filtering, we're hiring, and then we're communicating with the team members on an ongoing basis within our employee base. And
Yeah,
that's a tool we've kind of taken advantage of at K&D, but maybe you could just kind of explain that broadly to everybody here of what that looks like from your software's perspective.
sure. The context behind it is that, we've talked a lot about the hiring process, and pretty early on we saw that this like mix of automation plus the text format was really impactful in the hiring process. And basically what happened is that like applicants got hired, became employees, and then they continued to want to engage with the company and with HR and operations in particular through the same like format and experience. They're like, this text phone number worked really well, like, we're going to keep using it, and then like the company continued using it too. So basically we realized that that approach to the pre-hire experience was also super impactful on the post-hire experience. And I think it gets back at some of the stuff we talked about, which is that, in y'all's companies, you may have like, a workforce that doesn't necessarily have steady access to technology and maybe turning over. It can be hard to get them to adopt something like, Microsoft Teams across the company or Slack across the company.
Appreciate
Um,
the truth.
so basically, the idea is that Team Engine gives you a software-based solution that doesn't require software for the workforce to be able to benefit from it. So we have customers who use it to communicate between the office and the field, between management and the field, um, because the field and the workforce doesn't need anything beyond just having the ability to text to be able to engage with it. And something we have coming out soon, which will be exciting for some of the customers, is that the mobile app, which will allow the folks in the field as well uh, to be able to send messages and receive responses with workforce, including the whole workforce or just like their teams, will be coming out in the next few weeks as well. So something to look forward
Oh,
to. But
nice.
that's the basic idea.
Nice. Yeah, I've noticed that our team, and we've all had it, right? Someone who's more of an entry level person knocking along with their crew leader, and they either feel comfortable enough to come to the office and bring it up, they bring it up to a production leader or a supervisor, or they just leave the company because that's like kind of the easiest door for them to access. And we've noticed that a lot of these team members feel comfortable text messaging. Carlos, to your point, the person who kind of integrated them in, which in our team would be Chantel. So Chantel will get a text message from someone who's got an issue. Maybe their safety vest is way too big and they ask for a new one, and their crew leader told them just suck it up, but it's like a safety hazard. So it gets to be a little bit ticky tacky with communication. You got to be careful. But Chantel's really good about just dealing with that inbound, and I feel like our team is much more engaged, and they feel they have someone that is in the office who has their back, which oftentimes is a hard place to get with that entry level field team. So
Yeah.
when you're doing so many hires, I think that's kind of needed.
Yep. And the software, the way we do it, it also has like embedded dynamic translation. So the person hiring them, who they're communicating with, also if the employee is primarily Spanish speaking, that office-based staff doesn't have to be Spanish speaking, and because the communication is over text, it's very easy to translate as well.
Hmm, I didn't know that. That's pretty
And
cool.
and also just one more note about it is that we do have a number of customers who have like H2B workforce as well, and so they don't necessarily have, American phones that can text, and so we also support WhatsApp as a communication method that primarily supports those recent immigrant and H2B temporary visa workers.